What's up everybody, welcome back to the Art of Crypto, the birthplace of absolutely legendary gains. Today, let us do a very important update on Bitcoin. In this video, I'm going to get into why Bitcoin is both going to make a very large move soon and you are not going to want to miss out. So if you watch till the end of this video, you are going to get exact entries and ways that I would trade Bitcoin. So let's jump right into it. So Bitcoin daily chart. First, let's bring up Market Cipher. This is really important because right now, if you just take a look at Market Cipher right now, it is actually seeming as if money flow is curving into the green at the moment on the daily chart, which means that potentially not only are we getting a shift in momentum towards the upside, but we are also getting a shift in money flow towards the upside. This is going to be absolutely huge for Bitcoin because that means that right now, if I just bring your attention to this little pattern over here on the Bitcoin chart, you can see that we have sort of a symmetrical triangle slash bear pennant going on Bitcoin right now. And if you just take a look over here, you can see that we are nearing into the tail end of this pattern, which means that probably within the next 24 hours to 48 hours, we are going to see decision time for Bitcoin. So about maximum 4 days, if we just draw it like that, maximum 4 days. So decision time for Bitcoin soon, right? And in order to get a better idea of whether or not Bitcoin is going to break above this pattern or below, we come into the 4-hourly chart, and on the 4-hourly chart at the same time, you can see that money flow and momentum is starting to shift towards the upside. So potentially we might be breaking up of this pattern instead of down, because if there is one thing that you need to understand about this kind of a pattern is that triangle patterns or bear pennant patterns, they are continuation patterns, which means they do not just form out of nowhere. That means that during a bullish trend, right, in this bullish direction, if we form this kind of a pennant, this is called a bull pennant or asymmetrical triangle. It depends on how you want to call it. But either way, usually pennants and triangles are continuation patterns, which means they tend to continue in the direction that they come from, which means by right, this symmetrical triangle should break towards the downside. However, at the moment, we do not have enough confirmation for either of these cases to come true yet. But at the moment, it does appear as if the momentum is shifting towards the upside, so we might potentially be getting a breakout of this pattern right here. So in this case, how would we trade Bitcoin? So for starters, let us mark down this level right here at about 38.5k. So this is going to be a level where Bitcoin breaks out of this pattern. So if Bitcoin breaks this level, it means that it would have, broke out of the pattern. So for starters, we buy the breakout, okay? And for those of you that don't know what is buying a breakout, simply when the price breaks out of this pattern, you buy along with everybody else, okay? The important thing about a breakout is you want to see volume confirmation, okay? Without volume, like without all these spikes of volumes, this is not considered a breakout, okay? If the volume is just, if the volume is just maintaining this low volume, then no, that is not considered a breakout. You do not go into that. But 100%, this level right here at 38.5k is definitely a level to watch out, because if you just take a look at this level right here, you can see that this level is in fact this orange line right here, which is a 100 period exponential moving average on the 4-hourly. And if you have been a long time follower of this channel, I like to always say that the 200 EMA and the 100 EMA on both, like on any chart, is going to be a strong dynamic support and resistance, which means that if the price were to confidently break above this level, I would feel safe buying the breakout, okay? Entry number 2 is for you to come down and buy the retest, okay? A retest is simply meaning that you break out and you come back down to retest this trend line right here. So this would be entry number 2. Both of these are going to be really safe because for both, you can just set your stop loss right inside the pattern, because it's not going to be a breakout if it comes back into the pattern, right? That would be what you consider a fake out. So those are the 2 entries that I would take for Bitcoin should it break towards the upside. And I'm going to draw some profit taking targets, which is right about 40k. 40k is going to be a very important level for Bitcoin to break, and of course the 42k level, because this is the 200-day EMA. In fact, right now it's gotten even lower, so right about 41k. So the 200-day EMA is 100% going to be a really strong resistance for Bitcoin to break through. And if we do not break above this 200-day EMA, I'm not going to be particularly bullish on Bitcoin, which is why at the moment, although that is the bullish scenario, over at this channel we are grand strategists, we are not overly biased towards any given direction. So let us discuss the bearish scenario, which is, something that is supposed to happen based on this pattern right here. So let's discuss the bearish pattern. And by the way, if you appreciate how I always give you exact entries, exact ways to trade things, and perhaps you just like my way of analyzing the charts, or maybe the way that I look at the markets, you are going to absolutely love joining the private Discord group, because over here I am giving you lots of profitable trade entries with exact levels and take profits. It is as simple as placing an order at this point right here and taking profit over there. It is literally automatic money. We have been killing the markets every single day. 24% here, 24% here, 40% yesterday on Filecoin. For those of you who were paying attention to Filecoin, we traded this monster 40% gain. This is pretty much every single day in the private Discord group. This is autopilot gains right here. And if you're interested, there is only 80 spots left. I am not going to accept more members. There has been 20 people that joined ever since I posted that Cardano video, so there are 80 more spots remaining in the private Discord group. You are not going to want to miss out on this Discord group, so get in while you still can. Link is in the description. I will see you inside the Discord group. So back to Bitcoin. So this level at 35.3k is going to be a level that I am going to be paying attention to, or at least this trend line right here. So if you remember how I said you buy the breakout, right? Similarly, you short the breakdown, okay? If Bitcoin breaks below this level right here at 35.3k, I will actually take a short, right? At the same time, you want to make sure that you are seeing volume confirmation, okay? You want to see this kind of big volume spikes, okay? You don't want to be entering with like really little volume. Of course, in order to confirm this, go into a lower time frame such as the 15-minute, and you can see that the volume is much easier to catch here, okay? So I would short the breakdown of this trend line right here. So once it breaks down, I will go in along with the breakdown, okay? Make sure there is volume. Even if there's no volume, it's fine actually. So for both of these entries, right, the breakout and the breakdown, it's very safe because you can set your stop loss just here, because if the price were to come back up and break through this level, then you would get stopped out, and that's no problem at all, because in trading it's okay, like it's perfectly fine for you to take losses, okay? In fact, everyone is wrong quite like half the time basically, and it's fine, right? Taking losses is a part of the game. The only thing you should be wary of is to not let any single loss blow up your account. And right here at 33.6k is going to be my take profit number 2, 34.4k my take profit number 1, and about 31k if we do get here, right? If we do get here, that would be brilliant, okay? So 4 of these levels are going to be your take profit targets. Of course, Bitcoin 100% has the potential to go even lower. So if it does break below 30k right here, which is going to be another take profit, I will look to about 28k, right? 28k to take the rest of my profits, and then 24k is going to be a major level, 25.9k, and about 22k level, with the bottom being at 19k. So if you were looking to short Bitcoin, these are going to be your levels. And if you appreciate this, again, I'm giving you exact entries in the private Discord group. You are going to absolutely love it, right? It's not just the entries. We are providing a world-class education that is going to guarantee that you become a proficient trader in any markets. So before I forget, if it breaks down and you get a bearish retest right here, I would enter here as well with a stop loss set right above it. Same thing goes for a bullish retest. This is a bullish retest. This is a bearish retest. It works pretty much the same. So those are going to be the 2 entries that I would take for Bitcoin. And just remember, whatever Bitcoin does, the altcoin market is going to follow as well, which means if Bitcoin dips here, your altcoins are going to take a hit, okay? It's going to be decision time soon, okay? Within the next 4 days, something big is going to happen in crypto. So remember this video and, take care of yourselves. Don't be stupidly overexposed to altcoins, make sure that you manage your risk properly and make sure you trade Bitcoin properly. And before I close this video off, this is just something that you should keep in mind, right? If we just take a look at the CME futures, you can see that under institutional, right, we can see that the short positions are actually more than the long positions right here, which means that institutions, right, institutions, the smart money basically, even though Bitcoin dropped all the way down to 30k, there were not many institutional investors that closed their Bitcoin short positions, which means that potentially the smart money is expecting Bitcoin to go way lower than 30k. This is just something else to keep in mind. Those people know what they're doing. They are the smart money. In fact, they hold most of the money. So just be wary that we might be getting a Bitcoin dump soon. And if that happens, your altcoins are going to take a massive hit as well. But look for strong support at 25k if Bitcoin does drop. Time your altcoin entries with this level right here and you will generally be very, very successful. And with that said, remember there's only 80 spots left for the Discord group. I will not be opening up the Discord group once it fills up, so secure your spot before it fills up. And with that said, may the gains be with you, my friend, and stay safe.